Hello. This is Tech Confusey, and welcome back to another live stream. Because in today's one, we're going to be talking about tmnt IDW issue 122, which was the most recent tmnt issue that just came out for the current run, the Tale series. I think a lot of people had a lot of good things to say about this issue in terms of where this issue was going and all that good stuff, and for good reason too. This issue really did a lot of good things for a lot of people. I think it's given a lot of people a lot of hope back for the series. And Kieran's Potter here. Hi. So, yeah, hello. Let's probably check if the audio's working. That might be a good place to start. Oh, I really hope it is. Come on, please work, please work, please work. Come on. Yes, it's working. Thank God. Okay, so yeah, so hi Kieran. Great news. I read the that Task Force Z comic, and it's interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll probably read the second issue. Just probably give it another minute or two, and then we shall finally discuss this amazing issue and what it had to offer. I don't want see what Telegram forums had to talk about this one. Other than that, I probably quite a lot to say about it. I like to think. Where is their 122 discussion? I cannot find it now. But now I have. Okay, so yeah. So let's talk about the issue. Wow, this issue was interesting. Yeah, Red Hood is currently spawn off guns. I don't expect it to stick. No, I don't think that. The crowbar thing didn't really. It felt a bit weird, but I feel like the gun is more his like natural weapon and one that everyone knows him by. So I think that they'll probably bring that back. But this issue, wow, we have a lot to talk about this issue. So I think overall there isn't really that much to talk about in terms of what actually went down, as we all know what really happened, which, well, to be honest, wasn't exactly too much, but it had enough to go off of. So just Raphael was being put in charge of um, becoming the new like lead or protector of the mutant town, like prison and all that. So wondering where that's going to go off of. But then, like a few weeks later, I think he did his own like little separate story within it, where it was Halloween and well, they were dressed up and interesting. I'm pretty sure one of the weasels was actually like supposed to be like a costume of the Ronin or the last Ronin or Mikey, shall I say. But also maybe a bit of Raccoon vibes. And then we've got the Hobbs Phase 1 plans done, which I'm really interested in seeing where that's going. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Raph starts building his own police force with our characters. I can honestly see it happening with how it's going. Anita King is here. Hello, guys. Hello. You really not missed much. Just going here, saying what can be, what's happened. Yeah, in terms of that police force thing, I think that is a possibility just because how things went down and all that. It seems to look like Shredder at the moment. Dracula would have been better with other two being monsters. Yeah? Oh yeah, it's Shredder. I forgot about his question. I thought it was more like Raccoon or something like that. Yeah, that would make more sense if you've seen Shredder and all that. So there wasn't really too much when they were talking on forums. I don't think there was. Yeah, I don't think there was much to go off of. Yeah, there wasn't anything in the form, so there isn't really too much to go off of there. But so, what do you guys think is going to happen next? So, I'm really interested to see what this phase 2 is. I mean, I can now understand Hobbs' phase 1 plan, which was just stand up Mission Town, but if his whole thing is going after Baxter, I feel like I might need to go back and read a few issues just to see if I can find any clues there. But he's very interesting now. How are you, Kieran? Yeah, how are you? How are you, Nadia? How is everyone? I forgot to ask. How is everyone? That's probably a good place to start. Um, I was trying to get an island for mutants that currently has no humans. Oh, um, and you're good. That's good to hear. That'll be interesting. Um, I just think it's really going to depend on where or what this new phase 2 is going to be. But if he's trying to get a whole island, I don't know why I just don't try to just retake Bruno Island and like change the air or something like that. Over there, that could possibly work. Maybe I guess there'll be more science involved for that, so that's probably not likely. Um, But also another thing which caught me quite interesting was the fact that Lindsay had one hand of like an ant. So I wonder if they're like sort of going through things where like you can be part mutant, parts human. And does Hob even know about it? Because she was trying to hide it. So there is a lot of stuff there which I think they are definitely trying to hide in terms of story, which I can see something along the lines going down that. So I think there's potentially something there where on the reveal that can be part human and mutant or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes a bit too far and the tells her to stop her or something like that. Yeah, that's real and really safe for it. But I really do like Raphael's new like the task force outfit, I guess we could call it. I really do like that. It gives me the vibes of like the mutant apocalypse Raphael, um, but also staying with uh, what do you call it? The uh, um, like Outer Shadows sort of costume. I feel like it was like a combination of that, but I've got to say they look really amazing. Um, I can call that island a mutant. I can call that island mutant. Well, it's more like a Triceratron Ultramon, just due to the air, but I feel like if they changed the air enough, they could potentially just bring them over there, or something like that. Um, Law Force of Wrath. Yeah, that's it. I've they do this properly. I feel like they could really pull this off as an amazing story arc. I feel like they do have some amazing story arcs for these characters, and boy, do I wish they do them really well. Like Shredder and Raphael, pretty much the only ones who've got going for a good story arc. Um, but Mikey was a bit weird. He can't join the police force thing because he's doing a podcast. What logic is that? I mean, it's almost just well, that's what I like saying. I can't work because I'm a YouTuber and that's my full time job. There's someone that's just saying like that. I know technically it is, but like he's not doing anything like worthwhile. He could just do that in his own time to do it. So why aren't we doing anything about that? Um, and yeah, um, it's just like in the bird Scannery Island with no humans and putting the mutants there, building houses and farms and nothing else. Okay, I can understand that, but I guess it's just gonna. I guess it's gonna be a problem of just finding it. I wouldn't be surprised if, with that like future they're going off of, where in the Tools in Time one, where they had the Shredder's future, where they saw it and there's like Shredder's Island, and it's for all for mutants. Maybe that could be leading to that, and it could work out very well, and just science gone wrong. Um, when I look at the first issue and all things which holds and new characters going through, since then I really want happily ever after. Yeah, I think they do deserve it. I think a few characters deserve it more than others, but I feel like a few other characters probably won't get the ending that they deserve. Probably be forgotten, something like that. But also some of them, to be honest, I don't really care about, so that all goes into that one as well. Um, but yeah, I do definitely think a few of them will get it. But also, at the same time, how can you end a series like this on a happy place where it leaves everyone satisfied? There's my That's what my problem I can see where it's going is that there's no real way you can properly end it because I don't know. Unlike 2003 where they had a good ending for it, this one it was just keep going and going. Um, Laredo, where he gives our local news and plays music, which is sort of important to the local news scene. Yeah, can I? Okay, yeah, I can understand from that point. Um, but it's not going to be doing constantly, so there is that my little problem with it there is that like he can't do it just because he's got better things to do, like talking for hours and hours. Um, I do like the little hint with the April stuff going back to more of a like cartoon roots, but being more of a reporter. I feel like that's a good way to like just combine two, just be like, well, we had this in the comics, and we also had this in the cartoon. Best of both worlds, and I feel like if they do apply it properly, I feel like potentially it could be one of the best versions of April we could ever get. But I feel like they might abandon the whole science thing. Um, and yeah, now on the cover for it, hang on. I think it needs an ending. The best thing like these comic series. Yeah, I think it just really depends how to go about it. Conflict and interests with his reporting. Even Raph being his brother could be one. Okay, yeah, that could be interesting. Like, hmm, yeah, that could be interesting. Like seeing like Mikey reporting it from his point of view, when even though it's not, it's completely different. Like, that could be quite interesting. Yeah, that could be really interesting. Okay, as I was saying before, one thing is which I don't know if is interesting or just unique was the fact that they had on the cover a girl next to April. Originally, I thought it was who do you call it, Angel, but I'm not too sure now if it was Angel or not. So I wonder if like Lindsay, no, Lola would become like new human sort of character, like a new friend. I wonder if they do anything with her, like and take her story to like a next levels or anything. Because I'm pretty sure I was trying to do something with like that detective Lewis. They're supposed to be doing something with her, but never happened with her. So yeah. Babe knows a funny ride. Yay! Hello team. Um, that could be interesting to do it for Rav. Great idea. Love it. Oh, good job. um, like Ralph flashes out a peaceful mechanical process that Mikey tries to cover up or something. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can understand that, and for some reason I can understand it doing like involving that into like a more like a like relating it to like a real world problem, like sort of like the Black Lives Matter one. So I feel like they could be trying to do something along the lines of that, but using something like that. They could be doing something like that. Wouldn't be surprised if try to do something like that, but mutants. Um, hello, Malone. Three Musketeers are here. Yay! Yep. So yeah. So what do you think? Laura's gonna do in the series? Is she like, or what do people opinions on her so far? Do you think she'll become like a main important character? Will she just be here to talk about him, then go away, or um, just doing something like that? Like, I feel like it really depends where they take the character. That would be interesting to see him slowly corrupt. Yeah, I think Raph is definitely going down more of a corrupt route. wouldn't be surprised if he brings like Casey into it and they go down more of like a darker route and all that. They could really go down that really dark route. I wouldn't be surprised if they do bring Casey along just because he seems the sort of character that would join in and then take things too far, then could lead. And because he's already going down a dark route, they could also bring him in down to it with all that. I think they might bring them. They could be potentially doing that. Um, wonder how it affects Alapex with relationship. Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised at first if she goes along with it, but then after she sees him in action, or he brings it, or he becomes more ruthless at home, I feel like they're gonna break up. That's my theory for their relationship is gonna end. I don't want it to, but that's where I'm thinking it's gonna go to. Um, but then they'll probably get back together or something like that. But I think that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna break up. But after Ruff is depressed, um, yeah, I don't think the two have talked after the incident. Yeah, but definitely think Ruff is going down a more depressed route and can really bring out on everyone else. It might lead the team. That might be. We never know. Raf could be leaving the team soon after this. Like, depending on how bad it gets, he could potentially leave the team, and then we'd be down to four toes. At least people will be happy that it's down to four. Or some of them at least. But yeah, I definitely think Raf is going down more of a darker route. Who knows? He could actually bring up. He could take on the mantle of the Shredder now. Like if he gets that like more power hungry and all that, they could do something like that. I think like there's a lot of possibilities. I think this issue was just amazing. We're like, it's just set up so many possibilities of where it could take so many characters. Um, and yeah, then Leo going into an underground fire music ring could make for great conflict with Raph and Leo. Yeah, I feel like they probably have a fight about it, and then Raph would just go and probably stop it all. Or if we go down to stop it all, then probably get involved in it somehow, and then overrun it or something like that. Or you know, I've got a feeling he could become like next Agent Bishop. Where like his goals are for good, but how he goes about it and what he actually does could lead to his downfall. I think that's where he's going. And that could be interesting. Um, and yeah, but I wonder if we were to see Bray and Herman again, because if they've been locked up, they'll probably get released, but I future years down the line, but not for too much longer. Um, but I can't still believe they were together. Sorry, but I wasn't a fan of their partnership from first. I'm just sorry for Ref. I love him. The relationship was okay. I just think like because we never we know that they're together, but we never actually got to see them really hang out other than just what we got to see on the comics, where we're like, I know because we never got to really see them together in a way of like in relationship sort of way. It never really felt that way, so it just felt more just they said they're going out, so that's because, and I feel like that's the reason why. But it's an okay one, just where they would show a bit more of it. On how Mikey or Rat, the IDW hasn't really explored their relationship. Yeah, like that's what I'm like saying. Like, it's an interesting idea. I think it's worked really well. It's just that they should have showed much more to actually get the whole idea of it and make it a bit more. Oh my god, this is an amazing relationship. Other than that, I can just for now I can really just say it's there. That's all I can say for now, really. Um, and yeah, it's a shame because there is potential in the relationship, but due to them never actually doing anything other than that one issue, issue 110, where they did this sort of date sort of thing, I would not really know if they're going out. So, and sticking over like 40, 50 issues just for them to be together. So, or no, for them to be going out, they haven't really done much. So they need to do something interesting. Um, well, full person, hello, welcome to a great live chat. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, please chat, please. We need more conversation. We need more people. Um, Truffle RW will explore more of the characters' relationship since its comics, since its comics has uh, been out for years. Yeah, I think I should, but then again, it comes down to it that I think because it's sort of under new management, they sort of it's not being written as well as it was before, where things were being explored really well. Sort of like the Casey and Naples relationship. That one, um, that started really early on in the series, but then over time we didn't really get to see much of that, but you knew it was happening. It's sort of like that sort of relationship, and I think because they don't give enough series to characters or anything like that, it's sort of just it's still just there, but we're not been able to truly explore it. I feel like if they were given more series to this universe, you can truly explore the characters. Like having Alex and Raphael relationship, where now they're like parents assigned to the Weasels and Lita and Pepperoni, or Angel Alex. That would be an amazing series. Um, you know, then Donnie and Mona Lisa potentially. Um, like we could explore that one. Maybe that turns into something. I wouldn't be surprised if it does or something. Um, but then like with like all the other like psychic sort of characters with like Sally, we don't know anything about her love life or anything like that. So who knows? But I do have hope for the Jenica and Sheena one. I feel like that one could be potentially be good, and because the character's going to be there a lot more and interactive, like Apex, I feel like there could be more time to be loving and all that. Yeah, unless I do something horribly wrong, and who knows, give her her own miniseries. Another fan of Tell's relationships, so maybe that they didn't explore them more. But I love when they explore the bromance and brothership between Tells. I'm, I'm okay with relationships. I think it just really depends on how they handle it. If they go around it in a good way that feels natural, but also not overly there to the point where I don't want to see it, I think it works. But these relationships in the comics, I wouldn't, if I didn't know they're going out, I would not be like, oh, yeah. But brothership stuff, yeah. I think that's always good to see how well they play off each other. Yeah, but that's always good to see, and also you get to see how unique the versions or tales they are. Mutant Town arc feel like only feels like now it's going somewhere. Yeah, I feel like this is the comic that people needed like last year to get them on board to be like, oh my god, yes, we need this. Or no, I wouldn't say last year. I'll say like beginning of this year, where like things was like going somewhere, but not fast enough. But this one I feel like is truly pick up the pace and be like, yep, we've got everyone back on board. We're going, but let's hope that it actually goes somewhere. Because next few issues or next two for this year are like filler ones, sort of maybe filler ones. But then the next one after that, which is a very big one, which I might not too sure, but I might be making a video on that one because there's a lot of stuff to break down in that one. Midtown Art reminds me of again in 2012. Of course, she still hurts. Yeah, in a way, yeah, reminds me a little of that. No, yeah, no, because the elements of it bleeding over to it. Yeah. Anita, you know the word relationship doesn't mean romantic. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. But I think it's romantic mostly. I don't a lot of people do. When I when I'm going to talk to someone about it, I'll like it really depends. Mostly yes. What relationship I do mainly think of romantic stuff, but I I would also say like when I'm talking about characters and all that, then yeah, I'll say then I wouldn't use that sort of term or mainly, but when I'm talking about relationships, I'll mainly just use the romantic ones, like with friends and all that. Does that makes more sense? Maybe, like I don't understand where you're coming from. Um, I'm not a fan of Jenica calling Babatels baddies. As to me, that implies she's a lot older and she was introduced trying to kill Splinter Matels, and now they're going for an old sister. Um, yeah, I can understand that, but I think that because due to the like being like an outside like seeing point of view from like because they're not part of because Tales were all brought up in like that one fashion of being a ninja, doing the bad stuff and all that. I think that she can see a different point of view from it. Um, but yeah, I don't think it doesn't. It's not really mature calling them baddies. Like to say that like I'm not really too sure of like a good example would be, but it doesn't really sound very mature. Um, that's my sort of thing. 100% agree with Kieran. Yeah, I never like Jenica from first. When the time passed, I get used to her, but I never liked her as good as character. Okay, I was thinking about this last night. So when the story is mainly on her, she is mainly angry or she just screws up everything. And when the story's on her, she's a bad character. But when the story's not on her, and it focuses on the actual main or the main or the first four turtles, I thought that's when she shines the best. So she's like a very major supporting character that works really well, and I think that's the way that I should go around with her character. It's all like with the best way to describe how I'd say her relationship with, or how she should be presented in the comics, is how 2003 Casey and April, where there weren't major characters or main supporting or main characters, but there were major supporting characters that are in there enough to be like support or main characters, but good enough where stories weren't really focusing on them because in like the main for like the majority of them, she's basically been the main voice of reason. For the first story arc, she was the reason why they all got together. Um, then in the Tokon Raza one, that really rolled around her a lot more than all the other ones. So when it's all about her, she's a bad character. But when it's not about her, but she's supporting character, I really enjoy the character. Um, Not baddies, babies. Okay, yeah. I think I can understand where she's coming from, but again, she sees things from a different point of view, and she was raised differently, so I can understand it. But yeah, that does sound like she's more older. But then again, isn't she technically older in a way? So I don't know. Um, yeah. You know what? I'll disagree with you and say it's bad. um, we've got back here, don't worry. Um, but yeah, I'll say like because like in the Jenica series, um, she wasn't exactly it wasn't exactly an amazing comic to read, just because Jenica was always screwing up something, getting into trouble. But when in like the most recent story arc, she was a really good character and I really enjoyed it. Where like she wasn't bad or anything; she was just there, did her job, and was really cool to see. Um, yeah. Jenica is like Rev, but unlike her anger is usually justified. Yeah, but then again, ooh, Mogotri is back. I think I said the name right. Yay! Still, yeah. What's up, bro? Um, we just been talking turtles. Pamela says, "Yo." Um, but yeah, I can understand like her thing is. Oh my god. Yo. Um, McGuttery, you're back. Hello, yay. Another person. Thank God, another one. But yeah, even though her anger is normally justified, you just basically just made a copy of another character which you really like. But that really comes down to the fact that it, when it's Raf's turn, we we know he's like that and all that. But Jenica's never really just done it. It's only now that she's um being like the turtle, she only now has feelings and all this sort of stuff, and now she can lead a life. And I feel like when you like, I feel like the less we know about this character is probably better. I don't mean that in a bad way, um, just because she's just more like a. I don't remember what the best example would be. Um, Okay, if anyone's seen the Flash TV show, there's a character called Excess, where she was really annoying in season 5. But when the episodes weren't about her, she was an actual enjoyable character. That's where I'd say that this character is like, where in the main series or main stories focus on her, she's more angry, aggressive, she screws up more things and stuff like that. And just and just realizes that this character is just basically all the toes but female. But when it's not on her, she's actually enjoyable to read and interesting. And yeah, I really hope they explore it. Sort of um, like a good example of how they should go around Jenica thing or relationship and her little story is either do a backup story for the series where do it after the main story and give her own little time to shine in her little thing. That could be interesting. Or do how they did it in like the sort of like early issues, like the 40s and 50s issues of like where Casey, where they're giving like one like 2 or 3 pages just to do with his little thing, but his poems will be spread over multiple issues. You do that for Jenica, you'd have a perfect character there, and we would like her. Um, but yeah, I know there's a fan base for this character. I'm sort of in it, but like, I need to sort this character out before I'm fully like, yeah. Um. Okay. Kim Potter. I think the issue. I think the issue is she doesn't bring new dynamic where, as despite the fact I think Batman has too many kids, they have a unique dynamic with not just Batman by each other. Yeah, I think like is one like the Robins have they're all not at the same time, so they have the time to shine. And because they're all so unique and turn into each different like characters, like Red Hood and Nightwing, they had their time to shine and be unique. And they're always ones like always ever expanding and all that. But Janice's basically just like like she doesn't bring anything new to the dynamic, but she just bad on her own. But when she's there, but not the main focus. She's really good, and I was I want her character to be amazing. I still no no okay no more again no more. I said no more in the last stream, and I said it again. There'll be no more discussion of this thing. You got me? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you better. Okay, which characters should we move on? Okay, long. Okay, well now that we've discussed Jenica in full, I feel like we should probably move on to another new character. Um, um, okay, you know what? That's it. We're not talking about that 2012 thing anymore. Um, okay, so who should we talk about next? We talk about Raph. I feel like we can't really talk about we could just talk about him too much. Jenica, we talked about her in detail. There isn't really much to talk about Mikey where he's going because he's just doing a podcast now. Talk about Alapex. Is there anything for Leo we can talk about? There isn't much for Donnie. He's just going to be building in school and electronics and security stuff. And he may be having a relationship with Donnie Simmons. Oh my god, yes. It works so well. It works so well. That's dumb. First of all, you were asking me a question and I was answering it. Why should I be quiet? Did I miss something? Or I don't think I told you to be quiet, did I? No, I didn't tell you to be quiet. I said like I'm not going to talk about the whole 2012 fate thing. What did I miss, like? I told him to be quiet. Oh no, don't be quiet. You have a right to. I was saying that tomorrow. Okay, yeah. No, just don't. You can talk whatever you want. Just let's not talk about the 2012 thing. If you dare bring it up, I'm not bringing it up and showing it in the comments. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. If you, yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Amazing thing with Donnie. Okay. So there isn't really much to talk about. Oh yes, Sally. I wonder where. Bro, when was I? I'm really getting confused now. Jesus. Yeah, Sally. I wonder where they're gonna take this whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if it takes Sally more down like they hate her. Like even though she stepped up, she's not technically doing. She has good plans and trying to bring them into motion. Feel like there's potential for a character, or or potential for a story arc to be good. It's just that like the people will go against it and all that. It's all like Kieran, did you see me talk about anything? Did you talk about anything? I don't think anyone has talked about 2003 today yet. Yeah, I feel like Sally's probably going to be. They're going to like. They know what she's done and they're going to be proud of it, but in reality, they're just sort of just, like she hasn't really done much to change. She just even though she's stopped one power, she's just basically become like another hub. I feel like there could be like another protest or civil war sort of thing where like even though they stopped it, there's still that big power faction and all that. So I think she's probably going to get a lot of hate. There's probably going to be like a protest, another one, or like a civil war. That's sort of where I'm seeing it. Okay, but I think like you're just trying to cause an argument about everything now. Let's talk about the actual comic, and everything else can just be forgotten. That's it. We're just talking about the comic. Okay, so okay, yeah. So what's Leo doing? Isn't he just trying to train in the school and all that? If that's all his character's really gonna go for. I don't really know where taking Leonardo's character. Is he gonna be taking him more down of the like sensei route, or like this? I thought there's possibilities or potential for his character to do something amazing. I'm just not really too sure what or where they're going to take his character. Um, Even though he doesn't want to take on the responsibility, um, on like becoming like task force leader and all that. I feel like he could like potentially like step up and like create his own faction or something like that. I feel maybe they could be going something like that. Oh yeah. I think we'll get a clearer picture for Leo next month. There was this one. Hang on. There was this image for like the where is it? Here. Yeah. So this is the issue for the next issue, and I feel like not exactly too sure where they're gonna be going with it. Because I know there was like that whole variant cover which had what's the name on it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hang on. Oh, there's 3 covers. So this one has Carmen, I think it is. So this is the cover A for it. Oh my god, that does look like him. Hmm. Oh no, I really wanted to be Tugclaw now. Oh my god, I really wanted to be Tugclaw. Or could it be that tiger mutant in Toss Rebel? Who knows? They could introduce Tugclaw. He's cool. I would really want him to be part of this universe. That would be amazing if they introduced him. Oh my god, that would just be amazing. Wow, I really want to be Tugclaw now. No. Oh my god. Yeah, wow, I just want to be Tugclaw. Damn it. You always come up with so many good ideas. There was also did also have other other covers for this one. You got this one, which is the Monetarian variant one, which has Carmen, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's Carmen. I do like. I'm not actually sure if what art style they're going to go for. If it's going to be the one for cover A, which is going to be that one, or it's going to be this one. Whatever one it is, I feel like it's going to be amazing. But I do have the previous cover one. But I do also have this cover one, which is for this collector's ring, which this look cool and all that. Since they introduced Alapex, Alapex originated in IDW. Yeah, they bought Alapex over from IDW, Blade Mellow. Please don't tell me they didn't make it political. What bit made political? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, this cover looks cool. My one problem with it is it's going to be out of date because due to this issue coming out on December the 1st, which is cool to see and all, well, a cool way to kick off the holiday spirit and all that. Just why is it taking so long? But at least like just a week later we get the next issue, so that's quite cool. But this cover is going to be out of date. I don't like it. I wish I could make like Christmas one. But in terms of that, I'm gonna try and see if I can get like my own cover out there. I think that'd be quite a cool version. I'm not too sure what it would be if I did able to get one, but I'm trying to get in contact with the person who made the last run cover, Jim Lawson one, because I know that he made that one. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get in contact and see how he made it, so that I can try and get my own one. Don't know why. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, who knows? like every month new issue of mine. But I can finally read the comics early. But I think, they're starting tmnt classic monster toy line, but I thought Raph was Frankenstein. Oh yeah. Mm. Okay, so with that, I want to get Raph, but the only thing is that I know if I ever get Raph, I want to get all four of them. But with the Leo one, it sort of made me not that interested in it, as it looks a bit more like a Slash or a bit like a Leatherhead sort of figure. And I don't know if they're trying to go for more the cartoon line or they're trying to go for the more the movie line. Which I feel like if they're going for the movie line, that's pretty cool to see. You've never got to see, or they expand that universe without actually damaging it in any way. And but that Leo one's really sort of put me off. And with the price of like being like nearly like 40, nearly 40 quid a figure, I don't want to be spending that sort of money on something that I put on my shelf and be like, eh. So I know that Mikey is Mummy. That was a leak. Because like a leak that came out like a few days ago was also that this one with my or Leo would become the Hunchback. Which first off, who really cares about Hunchback? Like it's not something. No one actually said he was like a monster or anything. I know that he is and all that, but like not a universal monster like Dracula or something like that. So that's. But yeah, I feel like there's. Hmm, I just I'll see where the other two turtles are like, and then I'll make my final opinion. Because if I don't like the look of them, then I probably won't get them. Just because if you get the turtles, you want to have all four of them, or in IDW's case, all five of them. But I don't know. It's really put me off of it, and I just see where it goes. But annoying thing is that even though these figures are supposed to be Halloween ones, they don't come out until next year. Like not even or October. What is the point of sending Halloween figures in January or in the UK version or in the UK thing March? How does that correlate to Halloween? I can't wait to be celebrating Halloween near Easter. Wow, cool! Don't they just collide so well? uh, um, but yeah, I think that's really all got for it. This last one's been much shorter than the other one. A lot more arguments. Let's quickly talk about this thing. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it quite heavily a lot. Leo stumbles across the underground fighting, ring mutant town, where it's both mutants and humans. While Casey Jones convinces Leo to join him, he's starting to find that one of his opponents is someone of great importance to him. I like the fact that I didn't really give away too much in terms of who it is. But because we know who the characters were, well, it didn't really leave much open for, us to really be like, oh my god, I can't believe it's that person, you know? It's a bit disappointed in that. But yeah, to be fair, Halloween gets again celebrated properly. Does have a start Easter because October 1st is Christmas time. Okay. Yeah. 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 So I don't really know where it go from here. I feel like we talked about it all. I'm going to get the comic. I don't think I missed much, or there was anything of vital importance. Again, I don't think I missed out on talking anything, or we talked about anything that we should have talked about. If we got the comic, I don't think I missed anything, but don't really talk about the Lindsay thing. I don't think that bit didn't get talked about whatsoever. I talked about it briefly, but yeah. Okay, so no, 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 no. Oh, you know what was a great thing? Seeing Turtles fight in the sewers. That was amazing. Pretty cool to see. Maybe the colours for the backgrounds weren't so cool, like interesting to say the very least. Um, yeah, but yeah, the Lindsay thing. We need to talk about that. Her hand is of like a cockroach sort of thing. Um, missing comments. I saw a Christmas ad on TV for October 1st. Oh God, uh, celebrating Christmas or getting things out for Christmas or like shops getting ready for Christmas. It, I don't like it. You should start sending stuff in November. That's the perfect time to start sending stuff. And yeah, why would you even start doing Christmas stuff already? Just get Halloween out of the way and then get on the Christmas. Oh, for F's sake, I can't pronounce it without erasing my message. I remember when Mattel's didn't have clothes. Oh yeah, okay, so you try and make that. Okay, yeah. I cannot. It's wrong in a way, but at the same time, the Michael Bay ones didn't do anything bad about it, so they look pretty cool. And I feel like this one's not going overboard with anything, but it's pretty okay. Oh, comic strips, new person, yay! Please do hope you come around more often. Yes, I remember when Mattel's didn't have clothes. Yeah, me personally, it's not a big deal or anything. It does show them more of like a more of a clan sort of thing. I've, I've, yeah, I think it's okay having them clothes on. Like, it's nothing too bad or anything. I think it's okay. It's just there. Hello, who are you? Yeah, like the clothes thing is not really a bad thing. It's just like you get the cartoon. So I mean, the thing is, with every version, it's all the same generic thing. Oh, they just basic, but some might have more bandages on them than others. Like that's not a too big of an out like unique thing. But Michael Bay's one when had clothes on, they really did stand out from all the other versions. Maybe better or for worse, but still they stood out. And I think the clothes do look really good on turtles. Some of them, not all of them, but also I think it might depend on the art style as well. Um, oh God, uh, comic strip. He's in a mood. Let's just say that. You think you're a cool guy. Yeah. Yeah, please do come by it more often. Um, um, what is asked? Who are you? I think it's just asking like who are you. I'm not really too sure. Um, don't be put off by him coming stripped. um, but I think with you, sorry, better, I guess. Yeah, it does work really more well that. But personally, I do actually like the clothes on toes. I think they distinctively or like identify them more uniquely without the bandanas or anything like that. Where and I'm not gonna lie, I do think they look quite cool with them. May not have all of it like when all human clothes. I feel like and via hang on, if I show the thing, yep, here like with like Raph wearing his armor thing there is nothing outrageous, but is there. It looks good. Jenica's one is more in line with her ninja attire and all that. That looks really good. Um, you know, Campbell was probably the writer for foreseeable future. Yeah, I just wish they would bring back Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman. I thought that was when they was really bringing all the good stuff. But I must admit, I do like Campbell or Seth Campbell's art style. I think it's really, really, really good, amazing. I really do hope that she becomes more like a series or series artist as well as the writer, because I feel like she has potential for being a good writer. Is just the fact that she's been handed with a big load of um, stuff that she can't really just work into her own. She has to work around, and with all the fact that everything that's going on in this universe, she hasn't really. But I think it's more down to the fact that they haven't given enough series to explore everything else. Who's Campbell? She's the current writer. How do you read Raj tells tmnt to do? All of them are on commentology, and I can't find single issues. Them doing like the book things. Be a good writer, but I don't think she fully gets tmnt. No, I think she gets it, Timothy. I think it's just the fact that she's just been handled, or she's been given the worst opportunity to be handled with in terms of Timothy's story. She once had to pick up with all the Mutant Town story arc, where that left off, and like this big question of where everything's going in terms of that sort of stuff. When you got the Triceratons and Utrons, you got the outside where all the humans, you got Leatherhead, and his sort of stuff. You got the Armageddon event. She had to handle a lot of stuff, and with what she's been given, she that was an impossible task. And I feel like if I was in her shoes, I don't know if I'll do the exact same sort of stuff, but I know that I'll find it extremely hard, and I can give her a little bit of leeway where like she's been handled or be given the worst possible situation to pick up from. So yeah, but I think she does get TMNT. She might be pushing more like focuses on more stuff like tall skin tattoos, a more pushing the LGBT community style stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, some of that stuff, like new stuff, is good, but there's got to be that leave. Also with the pink. Um, so I feel like she might be pushing a bit too much of her own stuff into it. Yeah. There was five major questions from Tumblr's final issue arc, including undeveloped new toll. Um, yeah, like she had to handle so much, and you gotta give her credit where credit's due. That she's done an amazing job with. She's been handled worst possible beginning, and she's made a unique stand on toll history. And for the foreseeable future, I feel like now she's finally got things under control for the Mutant Town story stuff that she might want to, that she, I thought, and in issue 125, which, if you've read the description, I won't go into it because that's sort of like a spoiler. They are setting up for other sort of stuff in terms of characters, which we've not seen in years. So I feel like she's finally getting everything under control. Um, and yeah, to mention it, that was another thing. Well, seen that it since issue 20, something like that. That's another thing we need to look into. And I feel like only now she's finally getting like in a good enough position to be like she can write her own stories and deal with all of the other well or problems the Tolls have with like Dimension X, Utroms, Triceratons, and all that sort of stuff. So she has it all handled. It's just taken her maybe a bit longer than what people were hoping for. I feel like you could have taken out the whole mini story where it went down to Susan's Dr. Sliver thingy. They could have taken out that didn't really have much input for the series. I mean, could have done in one issue sort of thing. And yeah, so I feel like with the future of where she's taking it, I have good faith in her now. I sort of did, but now my confidence with this and after this issue, oh god, this issue's definitely given me a lot of confidence back in her writing and her ability to be a fan favorite and legendary member of the tmnt history community sort of thing. um and yeah, so hopefully that sort of, well, that's my personal put on it. I don't know what everyone else is. I feel like loads of people before this issue were saying like they didn't really like what the take where was going all this, and but I feel like this issue has given a lot of people a lot of faith and really put in perspective that this series has a lot of potential now, and interesting seeing where it's going. And so do I. Let's hope it keeps going like that. The last thing which I did want to talk about, which I did talk about ages ago in this stream, was Lindsay Hand, which is like part ant cockroach little thing. Another one is human. She's turned into a mutant. There's a breach between mutant and human, where she can be a human and mutant. I feel like that's going to be a big story arc potentially. I'm not too sure what everyone's opinion is on that. Um, I guess like the big comparison this would be. Uh, oh, oh no, not again. I feel like that the big comparison this would be like in terms of like DC would be like the whole like splicing sort of thing, and I feel like there's going to be quite a few interesting story arcs with that. Um, Not exactly too sure where they could go with this little mini story arc where, oh well, this character has a one arm, I don't know, elephant, the other one rhino. That could be interesting. And who knows, more threats. Yeah, just really amazing to, or really hard to see where they go for it. Oh, for Crapin's sake, I can't pronounce it. I'm not too sure what I'm trying to say, but okay. I think that's really all we got to say. We talked about issue 123. Talked about all the characters. Have I missed anything? I feel like I might be. We didn't talk about Pigeon Pete. He was there. That happened. But yeah. I think you're trying to talk to comics stripes. Okay. Yeah, that's really all got today. Thank you, Nida King, Kieran Porter, Ben Mello, Morgottery, Comic Stripes. Oh, hang on. I took it as an intentional where she's trying to make fake mutagen for Hob. Thanks, and fake stuff tends to have weird side effects. To see Pink Kryptonite mate Superman gave or female. Oh my god, did they really do that with Superman? That's interesting. But yeah, I feel like wouldn't be surprised if she makes that sort of stuff because you can only really get stuff from Dimension Next. So what Eutronium? Comment should join Discord. I feel funny. I feel like he might be gone. He hasn't talked in a while. 5 minutes. I feel like he might be gone. But yeah, if he joins again, hopefully. But I'm not too sure if he will be back. Not. But I would like to see him because he seems like he knows what we're talking about. And comics, you gotta know he loves tolls. So yeah, just yeah, as I was saying, thank you to everyone who's joined and talked and commented, giving me a conversation to actually talk about and discussion. It's been really good. Interesting to see where this series is going. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do like something, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Good. Bye. Yo. Bye.